Hello, my dear listener. Today I want to tell you a story that might change the way you see the world. It's not just a story about cars or business. It's a story about dreams, hard work, failure, and incredible success. This is the story of a man who changed history, Henry Ford. So, get comfortable and listen closely. This story might inspire you more than you expect. Henry Ford was born on July 30th, 1863, on a small farm near Dearborn, Michigan, in the United States. He was the first son in a family of 6 children. His parents were farmers who worked hard every day. Life on the farm was not easy. Everyone had to help with animals, crops, and housework. But Henry was not like other farm boys. He did not enjoy farm work. He was more interested in machines and tools. One day, when he was a child, he saw a steam engine on the road. It moved by itself, without a horse. Henry was amazed. From that moment, he wanted to understand how machines worked. When he was 12 years old, he built his first small machine using parts from his father's tools. Later, he began repairing watches. He used simple tools that he made himself. He did not go to a special school. He learned by doing. He always asked questions and never stopped thinking. At the age of 16, Henry left the farm and moved to Detroit, a fast-growing city. He wanted to work with real machines. He became an apprentice in a machine shop. The work was difficult, the hours were long, and the pay was low. But Henry didn't mind. He was learning every day. He worked in different places, including a company that built steam engines, and even at Edison Electric, where he met the famous inventor, Thomas Edison. In his free time, Henry read books and studied engines. He dreamed of building a machine that could help people move, a car that did not need horses. In 1896, he finished building his first car. It was called the quadricycle. It looked strange. 4 bicycle wheels, a noisy engine, and no roof. But it worked. It could move on its own. People watched with curiosity and laughed. But Henry smiled. He saw something they didn't. At that time, only rich people could buy cars. They were expensive and made one, by hand. Henry had a different dream. He wanted to build a car for everyone, simple, strong, and cheap. He created his first car company, but it failed. Investors lost money and left. He started again, and failed again. Most people would have given up, but not Henry. He believed in his idea and kept working. In 1903, he founded the Ford Motor Company. This time, things were different. He had a better plan, a better team, and more experience. In 1908, he introduced the Model T, a car that would change the world. The Model T was not beautiful, but it was reliable and easy to use. Most importantly, it was affordable. It cost much less than other cars at the time. Suddenly, ordinary people could own a car. The car was no longer a toy for the rich. It became a tool for everyone. People loved the Model T. The demand was huge, but building cars by hand was too slow. Henry needed a better way. In 1913, he introduced something new, the moving assembly line. Before this, one worker would build a car piece by piece. Now the car moved on a line, and each worker did just one simple job. It was faster and more efficient. With the assembly line, Ford could make one car in just 90 minutes. This was a revolution in industry. It lowered costs and increased quality. It also made factory work more organized. Henry also surprised the world by doubling his workers' salaries. In 1914, he paid $5 a day, more than anyone else. He also reduced the workday from 9 hours to 8. People thought he was crazy, but the results were amazing. Workers stayed longer, worked better, and even bought the cars they made. By 1927, the Ford Company had sold over 15 million Model T cars. Roads were built, new jobs appeared, and people could travel like never before. The world was moving, thanks to one man's dream. Henry Ford's life was full of ups and downs. Before he became famous, Henry failed many times. His first 2 car companies failed. He lost money, business partners, and public support. People laughed at his strange ideas. Some called him foolish. But he did not stop. He believed in what he was doing. For Henry, failure was not a reason to quit. It was a lesson. He once said, "Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently." Let's stop for a moment. What about you? Do you have a dream? Maybe you want to learn English. Maybe you want to start a new job, move to another country, or follow your passion. Whatever your goal is, remember Henry Ford. He started with nothing. No money, no support, no fame. Just a dream, a strong will, and the courage to try. Even when others didn't believe in him, he believed in himself. Even when things went wrong, he stood up and tried again. He kept learning, improving, and working. His story shows us that we don't need to be perfect to begin. We just need to begin. Start small. Take the first step. Accept mistakes. Learn from them. Keep going. Success does not come in one day. It comes to those who are ready to wait, to work, and to believe. Remember, you are stronger than you think. Henry Ford passed away in 1947 at the age of 83, but his influence is still alive today, not just in cars, but in the way we work, live, and think. He didn't just build a car company, he created a system that helped people live better lives. His ideas about fair pay, short working hours, and mass production became the foundation of modern industry. Ford helped create the middle class in America. Before him, factory workers were poor and tired. After him, many workers could buy their own homes, cars, and live with dignity. He also changed the way cities looked. As cars became popular, roads were built, small towns grew. People could travel, explore, and live farther from their jobs. Henry Ford believed in progress, but not progress at any cost. He once said, "A business that makes nothing but money is a poor business." His words remind us that success should help others, not just ourselves. Let's end this journey with a few quotes from Henry Ford, and think about what they mean for us today. Coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. Great things are never done alone. Support matters. Don't find fault, find a remedy. Instead of complaining, look for solutions. Obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off your goal. Stay focused, keep going. These simple words carry deep meaning. Take them with you, repeat them, and let them guide you on your path. The story of Henry Ford is more than history. It is a mirror for your own life. You may not build a car or start a company, but you can still build something powerful, a better version of yourself. Maybe today you are learning a new word in English. Tomorrow you will say your first full sentence. In a few months, you will understand stories like this, without help. Progress is not about speed. It is about not stopping. So keep going. One small step, one small lesson, one big dream. You are already on your way. And who knows? Maybe one day someone will listen to your story, and feel inspired to change their life too. You are listening to this story because you want to grow. You want to improve your English, understand the world better, or maybe feel inspired. That's a great beginning. Every big journey starts with a small step. Remember, Henry Ford was not a genius from birth. He was an ordinary person with an extraordinary dream. He turned ideas into reality through patience, learning, and hard work. So whatever your dream is, believe in it. Take action, and don't stop, even when it's hard. Thank you for listening to this story about Henry Ford. I hope it gave you motivation, knowledge, and hope. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to this channel for more inspiring English listening content. And always remember, your future starts with the thoughts you choose today. Believe in yourself. Work hard. Keep going. See you next time.